is uncensored and is for adults only. Mature or immature, doesn't matter.
Hi, I'm Roger, and I'm here to talk to you about switching to our cellular network, Another Mobile. Now, you're probably content with your current network in that you don't actively think about it unless something goes wrong. But I'm going to try to convince you into thinking that we're better, even though we're merely comparable, just like everyone else. So, just for my sake, try to remember when you were frustrated with your current network. Because even though it only happened once or twice, and that kind of thing happens on literally any network, maybe it was inconvenient enough that your impatience has ballooned it into a real problem in your mind. But if you're not convinced yet, don't worry. I'm pretty sure I can still trick you. Here are some shapes that represent the landmass on which you live. We've added some colorful, meaningless dots, as splotches really, that we're going to claim represent network coverage. But there's no rule that says these maps have to be accurate. So they're not. There's no real way to make sure where coverage is for any given network, because every network has outages and gets crap reception in the mountains. So even if we wanted to tell you the truth about your coverage, we couldn't. The best way to find out if your area gets good coverage is to find a neighbor who uses your network and ask them how their service is. But don't do that. Use our maps. Oh, look at how many dots ours has. Live here? Oh, you know what? There, you're covered. Not convinced by maps? That's okay. I'll just tell you our network has 4G speeds. Sure, 4G is just a marketing term that we've decided refers to speeds between 10 and 40 megabits per second, even though the International Telecommunication Union established that standard 4G should actually refer to speeds between 100 and 1,000 megabits per second. But you didn't know that, so hey, forget what I just told you. Our network has 4G speeds. At Another Mobile, we've also got plans that feature unlimited calls like everyone else, unlimited texting like everyone else, and a tiered system of data plans that seems arbitrary because it basically is. Data's a lot cheaper than we're willing to let on. But we need that extra money because how else would we offer to literally pay you to switch cell network providers? Oh yeah, that's apparently a thing now. We'll just pay you to switch to us. Because like I said, we're basically identical to everyone else. Thanks for watching. Sign up for a plan at Another Mobile today. I'm Roger. Me too. Sign up for a data plan at Additional Mobile today. I'm also Roger. Sign up for a data plan at this particular mobile today. We've got 4G LTE speeds. Us too. Thanks. We've been Roger.
Elmo's got a gun. Elmo's got a gun. Big Bird's on the run. Ernie's dialing 911. What made Elmo snap? Was he tired of Big Bird's crap? They say when Elmo was arrested, they found Oscar headless in the trash. I hear the Gordons really running now that Elmo's got a gun. The street is ever gonna be the same. Elmo's got a gun. Elmo's got a gun. Rover's head has come undone. Sesame Street's not real fun. You want me to walk around Sesame Street without a bulletproof vest? Forget about it.
Mr. Agosi, I know you're very busy, but can I have your autograph?
Certainly.
movie of yours I love, Mr. Lugosi? The Invisible Ray. You were great as Karloff's sidekick.
Karloff? Sidekick? Fuck you! Karloff does not deserve to smell my shit! That limey cocksucker can rot in hell for all I care!
What happened?
How dare that asshole bring up Karloff? You think it takes talent to play Frankenstein? It's all on makeup and grunting.
Bella, I agree 100%. Now, Dracula, that's a role that requires talent.
Of course! Dracula requires presence. It's all in the eyes and the voice and the hand.
That's right. That's right. You seem a little agitated. You want to go outside and get some air?
Bullshit! I'm ready now. Roll the...
Hello, it's me. I've avoided you forever while consuming calories. I love donuts, mac and cheese. They say kale is antioxidants, but I'm anti-leafy greens.
Hello? Can you save me? I'm in calisthenics dreaming about Netflix and Mickey D's. When I was younger, these jeans used to fit me. Now my booty's got them bursting at the seams. There's more circumference to my gut and no gap between my thighs.
Studios in Southwest Florida, it's the Charles Richardson Show.
Bullshit!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Wednesday is calling. Are you answering on that 4G LTE network?
Just keep it unlocked.
Yeah, keep it unlocked.
Sorry. I was being asked a question.
I need to ask you a few questions. Oh, God, who is it? Which male in there was asking you the question?
No, just making sure one of my adopted daughters can come in.
Oh, okay. I get it.
While I'm on air and not be disturbed.
Yes. More I can say about what's going on out there in the living room. Jesus Christ.
What's going on out here? There's nothing going on out here.
Not there. No, I'm talking about here.
Oh, here in your living room?
You know what? It's like code. I step in here, and chaos breaks out everywhere. As soon as the door closes,
what part of that is unusual in life? That's what I'm waiting for.
You know what? That's true. That is true. Nothing unusual about it. What's up, everybody? Phone lines are open, 813-699-5353. And let me make sure I can make this announcement correctly. And the phone lines are open for all the people that are listening to us right now on myradio.rocks. That's right.
Yeah.
You're rocking, baby.
New affiliate.
Wait a second.
Loving it.
I accidentally went live on the other one. I wasn't supposed to. My bad.
Whoops. You mean the one for next week?
For Monday. So we have another one starting Monday.
I know.
What the hell's going on?
Good work, sir. Good work, sir.
Two affiliates happening. And what? Huh? Oh,
what'd you do to garner attention?
I'm on the air.
Were you running around naked again?
Am I running? No, I'm not running around naked. Although if I was, we'd lose a lot more listeners.
I thought that's how we got them.
Well, whatever drug you're smoking, Jenny, you let me know. Because if you can convince people to tune in for this, ba-bum-ba-bum-ba-body.
People like curves, man. People like curves.
Not on
people
guys.
Don't want to sleep with the skeleton. They want a little meat to hold on to.
The meat they're talking about is the 4, 6, or 8 abs. That's what they want to hold on to.
No.
Mm-hmm.
What is tonight's dinner?
Spaghetti and Italian sausage.
Now, that's funny because I'm making spaghetti for a late dinner tonight.
Well, how late do you guys eat?
Whenever we damn well feel like it. So tonight we'll have a late dinner, so we'll probably eat around 10-ish. It's like second dinner.
I heard that's like a second dinner. Well, first up, spaghetti for a second dinner. That's just, I mean, that rivals the Adele parody that we just did. Hello.
I'm going to sleep nice.
Do you?
Nice pasta-filled belly. I will sleep well.
Is it good to sleep with a pasta-filled belly?
It works for me. It's always worked for me. I love pasta.
I'm not saying, listen, I don't love pasta, but
I was told I used to ask for Getty, which was apparently my version of spaghetti. It was Getty.
It was Getty. Getty in the ghetto.
Apparently. Yeah, right? Oh, we know that. I'm definitely from the wrong side of the track. Woohoo!
Why does this shit still say my account is restricted?
Because you are a bad boy.
I didn't get any notification my account was restricted.
Well, apparently you are. What
bastard.
did you do?
I don't know. I'm going on.
You can call me a pastafarian. I'm okay with that.
I'm going on freaking Facebook, and it still shows my stuff on there. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's Christ.
I don't know. Matt, every time he goes into Unleashed, it still shows that there's a thing there, but it's been there for like ever.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
He's still on there.
The only restriction seems to be you can't invite friends.
I have to make an announcement. Announcement for a pre-announcement. Jenny, Jenny may not like this.
Oh boy.
I've allowed 5 minutes for a certain somebody.
Who?
He's going to make his radio debut after X amount of years. It's
Who's
happening.
That?
Who do you think?
You're not talking about Dickhead, are you? The racist piece of shit? I'll be leaving. Let me know. I'll be gone.
He only needs 5 minutes. I told him show only. Promote his show. And that's it.
You can go backwards on what you said all you want to.
No. I'm not giving him an open forum.
I'm not going to sit here for it. No. You said he wasn't going to get any more airtime.
No, about
now he
anything
is.
else.
Well, he can be your co-pilot.
No,
I'll be gone.
Co-pilot.
You want to put up? Hey, you want to play with the racist piece of shit Nazi apologist? You go right ahead.
The whole thing was just to go ahead and buy a show.
Bullshit.
It was. That's all it was. I don't want to hear his.
Tried to send me.
I don't want to hear his bullshit.
Tried to send me. He's doing this in order to get at me because he tried to get at me on Instagram by sending me.
He did say something. He did say something that
bullshit.
He did say something that's like, I don't want Jenny on there. I don't think Jenny wants to be there anyway.
He's trying to control me. He can control the Jew. He's going to do it. He sent me a message on Instagram trying to get my attention, and he sent me a link to his disgusting video on YouTube where he pretends to be a Jewish rabbi, complete with costume. You want to play with the Nazi apologist? You be my fucking guest, buddy. I'm not going to be here for it. Tough shit. Sorry. That's the way it's going to be. I'm not going to go backwards on the things that I've said. You want to backtrack on it? You be my guest.
I didn't want him to talk about anything else. I just want him to...
Doesn't matter. You're giving a racist airtime. You want to play with the Nazi? You be my fucking guest, buddy.
I don't want to play with the Nazi.
With the fucking Nazi.
I don't want to play with the Nazi. The whole goal was the goal was always to see what this bastard had, what he could do.
The same thing I've been telling you, and you won't go and look. If you go on YouTube, you can find videos over a decade old where he's saying the same fucking shit. He knows how to get to you, so he played with you, he played you, and he got what he wanted from you. Airtime.
But wasn't the same thing with Matt?
From anybody else.
But wasn't the same thing with Matt, though?
His call. Nobody will take his call. You want to go backwards and take his call? You be my fucking guest.
All I was doing is just announcing his show. That's it.
Whatever you want to do, Bubby.
I don't want to go ahead and...
Whatever you want to do.
I don't want to tangle...
Show, it's your show. It's your fucking thing.
I don't want to tangle with I don't want to tangle with anything else he's got to say. Just promote his show and that's it. Done. That's
giving airtime to a racist, no matter what the reason is still giving airtime to a racist. Period. End of story.
I was just curious to see how we would do. I'm just curious to see how we would do.
People are very curious. How the hell do you think the Nazis did what they fucking did? Because a lot of people sat around and went, well, let's see how this works.
Well, if he does the same shit, then obviously we know it's just a bunch of bullshit.
He's going to, because he's getting what he wants. Airtime. Charles will give him airtime. He'll take it. Knock yourself out, buddy boy. You get your wish. I won't be here. Goodbye.
Let's go and take this call. Hello, you're on the air. Hello.
Yes, hello. This is Special Agent Webster with the Federal Security Agency in Washington, D.C.
Oh, this is awesome.
I'm going to need a few moments of your time. Now, since the passage of the Patriot Act, our agency has been granted extraordinary powers in the pursuit of terrorists and other threats to national security. I'm sure you're aware of this. That includes the ability to monitor electronic and digital information exchanges, such as email and internet use.
Do you want to hear the rest of this here? This is just a whole big prank.
Now, the reason for my call is that in the course of one of our investigations,
it would be more fun if they were interactive, but it does sound like Obama.
I mean, it just sounds like it's obviously it's a recording. They're not interacting.
It had an Obama-esque voice to it.
Yeah. I'm over here thinking it's like, why don't you at least allow me to say yes or no? Get my recording so that way you can go ahead and, make purchases on a fake Visa card with my thing on it.
Like, interact with me. Ask me questions. Don't just jab, blah, blah, blah.
That's interesting. That is actually the first prank call, the bullshit call I've gotten on this phone number. I never had anything like that on my phone. I thought it was like... done for everything.
Well, you must have gotten something right because now you're going to get the call. There you go.
Yeah, I got something right. I won the lottery. I won the prank call lottery. Give it up for me. Yay. Oh,
I'm
God. Prank call lottery. Come on, somebody else call in. I kind of feel just... if Dirk had called in, that would have been funny. Because Dirk can go ahead and prank the best of us.
He's not bad at it. Nope, he's not. There's actually quite a few that aren't half bad at it.
Well, that's the reason
Better
why.
than I would be. I don't know that I'd pull it off without laughing.
I think I did it one time on the show. One time there was somebody
Pull
that
it off
was
without laughing.
There was somebody. Oh yeah, there was somebody that was selling like they were giving away a free rifle or a gun rack to everybody that purchased like 4 tires or something. One of these automobiles. It was just kind of curious. Oh, is that it? Here, maybe I need to block this number. Yeah.
Hey, you.
You got another one?
Why are you messaging my girlfriend on Facebook? So you think he's slick?
Yeah, she's a big dumb hoe.
Look, I know damn well you know what I'm talking about.
It's the same 305 number. No, it's not. It's a different. It's a 305 number though.
What's 305?
305 is Miami.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's somebody else. It's somebody definitely.
I live in New Hampshire.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we all know 603 is up there. So if anybody's fucking with me, it was going to be it would be 603.
Oh my God.
Oh man, you've ever been pranked like that before? Got a couple of different numbers calling you.
Quite a few different ones.
Yeah.
I used to play with them when I was a state rep. I had fun messing with them.
Should we call another state rep and just poke fun at that person?
It's boring.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're too easy. They're easy pickings. I mean, a
state representative.
It's not hard. There's no work involved in that.
But
politician's a politician.
But what would you prank them about? Like, we got an arms bill that will go ahead and guarantee you at least 1,000 votes. I don't know what we could offer them. Like,
I don't know.
Prank them.
Well, no, that's trying. Are you trying to commit a crime or are you trying to prank somebody?
Prank somebody. I mean, isn't it? Yeah. See, that's why I think we're negotiating here. We should be like talking up and find out what's going on, what we should do, what we could do. I don't know. John tried to call. Apparently, he didn't want to hold his wad.
Who?
John Monroe.
Oh.
And apparently he doesn't like my show
tonight, but I don't know.
Apparently he doesn't like my show. You know something? I can't see. That's what it is. I can't see John's comments. That's why. See, I can see
any comments by John right now.
Because apparently he's able to see the link on my personal page, which is restricted, and I can't see the comments on here because it's restricted. Bastard.
Weird.
He said, "Stop fighting, guys. Both you guys, shut the fuck up." We're not fighting anymore.
No. Well, we'd be just fine if Charles wasn't doing dumbass shit.
No,
he wants to do dumbass shit, then hey.
I'm a dumbass.
Yep.
I'm a dumbass.
You're going to pee in your own pool.
I've done that before. Chlorine kind of cleans it up.
What time is this nastiness supposed to happen? I want to know how short the evening's going to be.
I'm not going to risk losing you if that's the case. I'm not going to. I thought it would be just harmless. 5 minutes to anything other than talking about the show. I cut him off. I thought it'd be harmless.
It's all about control, and I'm not going to give it up.
All right.
I will not sit here and be quiet and give the racist bastard airtime.
Well, listen.
I'm surprised that you will. After the things that he said about you and about your adoption, I can't believe that you would even think about giving him airtime.
The only thing that I hold any interest just to see what he can do on the show. That's it.
He's been talking about producing this shit for over a fucking decade.
And it's seems like it's coming to fruition.
Because he's going to pay somebody.
Well, whatever. I don't care if he pays somebody. I just want to see. I want to hear
produce some content. When he actually has content, go look at the content.
Jenny, let me ask you.
Let him spout his bullshit.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I wasn't looking to do is spout bullshit.
He's going to say the same bullshit. I'm going to have a rock and roll power hour. I'm the savior of rock and roll. Blah, 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 blah. Woman, girl.
You're not the least bit curious if you can pull this shit off.
No.
Okay.
Not anymore. No. I was.
Yeah.
Until he got so fucking racist, I couldn't I had a slimmer of hope that there was salvable, that we could save this person.
No. I don't think he's savable. I don't think he's savable.
I thought that he was.
Well, not anymore. I
truly thought that he was.
I don't think he's savable. That's why I won't take his calls for anything except promoting his show. And that's it. And just one time, 5 minutes. That's all I was going to give him. And that's it.
You've heard him talk enough times to know that it's going to get back around to the racist, misogynist bullshit. Where he's preaching again about having a white-only society.
If that's the case,
this is somebody that's literally fucking said that your kid shouldn't be here. That you should have a white-only society. There is no excuse to give him any airtime. Man. That's the bullshit that empowered Hitler. That's exactly what empowered somebody like him, is people going, well, I'm only going to listen to this part. Or no, this part's making more sense. Or, geez, I'm filling my groceries more. It really is the Jews' fault. And that's what gave that man the ability to have power, was the fact that he could do that with them.
Well, I have no interest in any of that shit. None.
When you help a racist, do you not think that it's going to help the racist? If you want somebody to succeed in life, you give them your airtime. You give them your time, your energy, your promotion, everything you come to the table with. But if you're going to let somebody come on and promote somebody that espouses to beliefs that you do not hold, that are actually not only contrary, but repugnant to your own personal life.
Damn.
You can't separate the two.
Have you ever worked in a church?
It's like saying there's very fine people on both sides.
Have you ever worked in a church or something where people go ahead and confess to you and you just say, bullshit, you're an asshole. You need to do.
You have no idea how confessional it becomes being an EMT.
Honestly, I don't. I've never been in that walk of life. 911,
they'll say bullshit to their family, but when everybody stops looking, they admit to you how the fuck the shit happened in the first place. I'm not kidding. I was a Sunday school teacher for a time in my life, but being a legislator and having to convince people as to why or not why they should vote one way or the other, I think is where I did my best work.
So let me ask you a question.
I had the ability to flip a vote on the floor.
So let me ask you a question. Sunday school, that's usually Catholicism, right? It's not?
Christian in general.
It's okay. General Christian.
It's Christian in general.
Now, do you still...
I was at a Lutheran church.
I was going to ask you, do you practice Judaism at all? Or it's just that's what your background is?
I'm ethnically a Jew. I don't practice anything anymore. Okay. I'm an atheist.
All right. Fair enough. I was...
My ethnicity is half Ashkenazi and half white mix.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah,
Scottish, I don't... blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I don't really go to any type of cathedral or anything like that to pray. If I'm going to pray, I'm going to go ahead and pray in my own home.
It was a really, really painful experience to go from faith and organized religion to not. The understanding was very painful and difficult to do.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm over here thinking it's like you believe what you believe. I mean, my thought process is you believe what you believe. And I mean, I guess you could really take it into consideration as politics. You're either Republican or Democrat or independent. Here it's like, you're either you're Christian, you're this, you're that. But so I believe in certain things that Catholics believe in. I believe in certain things that Christians believe in. So I'm like all over the place. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, is the Ten Commandments real? Well, I think there's some truth to that. Did Moses go ahead and part the sea? No, I don't believe in that.
There is literally zero evidence of any slaves, never mind Jewish slaves, building temples in Egypt. All the archaeology, everything we find, everything that we've unearthed shows that the building of the pyramids was actually a very prophetic and religious experience for them. They thought they were building something that was God-like in nature.
Right.
and it was an honor. And if you did work on building the pyramid, you got the burial plot that was near the pyramid. You got a place of honor. There is zero evidence to support any building or slave activity involved in that. It's a mythology that's in this book that people pass around. But when I learned about how these books were put together, or started looking more into the science and had people talking to me, it was difficult. I bawled my eyes out and I said, if you're right, there's nothing. If I'm right, I get to see all the people I loved when I die. And that was a hard thing to let go of. Wasn't brought up with the organized religion, but I was brought up with standard beliefs of the invisible man who can see all and hear all and that sort of a thing. It was very difficult to let go from what I perceived to be truth that was ingrained in me as a child.
Speaking of truth, you heard this. You heard the new social media platform that just launched from Donald Trump? You hear that?
Yep.
I love it. My cousin went ahead and signed up for it, and he made a post because he was on a waiting list. Here's what it says.
It's waiting.
Yeah. Your account has been
created. Sad enough they could only do Apple.
Here,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Your account has been created successfully. Thank you for joining. Due to massive demand, we have placed you on a wait list. We love you, and you're not just another number to us. But your waitlist number is below 154,765.
Nice.
154,000 want to do this shit?
Of this thing. You telling me he can't find better programmers and technicians in this fucking bullshit?
I have no idea.
He's only managed to roll it out to Apple subscribers. It's not available for anybody on
because
Google or
Android is the devil. So if you're Apple,
can't have that.
You're going to heaven if you have Apple.
But I thought Apple was the devil because of Bill Gates.
No.
And because Gates is a Jew.
Well, Gates is dead, isn't he?
Is he dead now?
Yeah.
But it was part of the... it doesn't stop them. Nobody gives a shit. People still complaining that the Rockefellers are controlling stuff, and they're fucking dead.
Well, you know what the doctors say? An apple a day keeps people away, I guess. I don't know.
Bill Gates away?
It keeps Bill Gates away, exactly. Yeah, we knew that. So I don't know about this Truth Social thing.
I think it's funny.
I think it is. I think it's hilarious, to be honest with you. And why is it only available on
It's trying to be a knockoff of Twitter, apparently.
Is it? Oh, yeah, because Trump was obsessed with Twitter.
Right. So he has to try and create something that's bigger, badder Twitter, which is not going to happen.
Yeah, Truth.
As we can see.
Oh, look at this.
He can't even provide to all the people.
Follow the Truth. Truth Social is media's big tent social media platform that encourages an open, free, and honest global conversation without discriminating against political ideology. Download in the App Store and Google. Hold on a second.
Bullshit.
Well, that wasn't loud. Hold on. That was too loud. Bullshit. All right. It says download on the App Store, and it's grayed out, coming soon on Google Play. Join the waiting list. There's no... I'm just going to join the fucking waiting list.
Join the waiting list.
Yeah, the waiting list.
Yay.
Oh, it's not allowed.
You can't even launch your product. How come they can't launch their product? They have so much fucking money. You're telling me they can't launch a reasonable product that you're wanting to specifically target the United fucking States, your voters. How the hell do you not pull that off?
Ooh, I got a call from Trump. I got a call from myself. Hello. That's interesting.
Did you really get a call from
I got a call from myself.
That's funny.
Am I really getting fucked like this? Really?
Yes, you are.
I don't know.
Do you have a Google number?
No, I don't have a Google number. I'm not worried about it. Yeah. Crystal says, what did I just walk into? Oh, let's
God only knows, man.
I know. Troy says, what's up? Delisa, hello. Hey, what's up? Rocky, there are people called Chubby Chase. Oh, I don't want them. Well, first off, I'm married anyway, so. Crystal says what I walk into, so. Now, well, you walked into Truth Social. Join the waiting list. I'm over here trying to sign up, and I'm getting a 405 not allowed message.
Seriously, you can't even sign up for the wait list?
I can't even go on the waiting list. I can't even go on the wait. Follow the truth.
This is who we want running the country.
This is great.
Fucking gay.
Help Center.
He can't get his own shit off the ground. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh my God.
How can you be so inept?
I don't know.
In this day and age, with all the money you have and all the popularity, how can you not find somebody?
You know something. Facebook wasn't created overnight. You know, that thing took a lot of man hours, a lot of coding hours, and it didn't start off with everything that you have now.
That was the beginning of this shit. All he's doing is duplicating work that's already been done.
Well,
how do you do that and not manage to pull it off that
everybody
can use it?
I don't know.
Right off the bat, you're limited to Apple users only.
Yep. We only want to talk to Apple people. Ha 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 ha.
Apparently, it's like Glock snobs.
Yeah, right. Only Apple people. That's all we're going to target. Apple people. Join the waiting list to put my name and address. I agree to the truth terms of service.
And you're not a number, but they'll give you a number.
Oh yeah, pretty big number too. How much of that you think is
985,640.2?
Yeah, go to truthsocial.com. Sign up. Join the waiting list. See if it gives you a number.
Why do I want to?
I don't know. Just for fun.
I'm going to get junk.
You're not going to get junk. Maybe that's why I'm getting these calls.
Truthsocial.com.
Yeah.
Follow the truth.
Follow the truth.
Yeah, the Google Play is done. Let's do Jenny. Here we go.
You know what it is?
Whatever your bullshit is.
Google's probably saying
I got a 405 not allowed. It's 405 not allowed.
You're getting the same thing,
I can't even get on the wait list. The Gooba's got nothing here. It's a single. If this front page was any more basic, there's literally nothing.
No, there's nothing.
Nothing here.
So why did they even launch it?
Truthsocial.com says follow the truth.
Why did they even launch it?
What the fuck?
What are they trying to do?
Because they're morons.
They are.
Because they made a promise they couldn't keep. Go figure.
Yeah, right.
Typical bullshit. Oh my God.
Crystal says
the same 405 shit.
Crystal says Truth Social is supposed to be just Apple apps for the next month until it opens to everybody. So who the fuck died and made Apple?
Sign up for its wait list, and we can't even do that.
Yeah, who the fuck said Apple was the end all be all? Who says Apple people are God?
How are you so bad that you can't collect email addresses for a wait list?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Same way you can't count votes, I guess.
The 12-year-old down the street can do that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the 14-year-old. Give him some
the
credit.
Former president of the United States. What am I looking for?
Well, it's the same person that can't count votes, apparently.
This is true. This is true. If there is an afterlife somewhere, Nixon's going, not the worst one anymore. I've been let go.
Got you there.
Seriously. And you thought he was bad. Trump cut along and said, hold my beer.
Right.
He created his own shit that doesn't even, it's not even in the, and people buy it. I don't get that. It's like, none of that shit's in the Constitution. What the fuck?
Does he really care anything about the Constitution? No.
No, any more than he cares about, what was he called it? No, he didn't call it that. Corinthians 2? Is that what he called it? Corinthians 2?
Who knows?
Holding the Bible upside fucking down? Yeah.
Who knows what he's calling it?
I doubt he could give you 5 books. If you spot checked him and went, give me 5 books out of the Bible, he'd be like, what, Mary, Jesus?
Probably.
Corinthians 2, Corinthians 3.
Maybe they're movies. Maybe they're movies. The Corinthians, the original, and then there's like a sequel and a what do they call it? Threesome. Trilogy. I know.
Trying to remember who it was. I don't think it was Obama, but I think it was somebody like that back in the mid 2000s, and They tried to claim that the state of New Hampshire had 3 congressional districts, so we all started going around with these buttons running for CD District 0.
Right.
Because there's only 2. We only have 2.
Just ignore.
It's based on population. You don't get to grow it.
There's actually a story here. There's actually people trying to cross the border into the United States. They're willing to sew their mouths shut.
Oh, I saw that.
What is that? Okay, come here. Let me make sure your mouth is. Oh yeah, your mouth is sewed. You can pass. Like somebody across the border is not waiting with a pair of scissors. Here, let me cut you open. Crystal says on the Truth Social, I am waiting to see how it plays out before I join. Lesson learned from Parlor. Yeah.
But you can't even join. You can't join. You can't even waitlist.
Yeah.
It's broken.
It's fucked up.
It's totally, I just did it. It was 405 error.
Yep. Anyway, to the...
This is how you want to do things, huh?
To the sewing machines in Mexico, a dozen undocumented migrants on Mexico's southern border sewed their mouth shut on Tuesday. This is last Tuesday. In a bid to convince the country's immigration authority to grant them passage to the U.S. border. Sewing sounds very painful. What about stapling? Would that be lesser?
I don't think it would work as quite as much. And they weren't completely, they were putting like 2 stitches in.
Yeah, you could still move your lips. You could still say stuff.
It's pretty awful to do, though. You stick it in a needle through your lip.
If you're going to do it, you might as well double stitch it.
Thick-ass friggin' rope.
You got to double stitch it, though.
The shit they're using isn't thin either. It's pretty thick.
But
those pictures were disturbing. It looked like it was thicker than tooth floss.
No, it's standard wire. It's standard wire.
Standard wire? You think there's a standard wire for sewing your lips shut?
There is.
Can I tell you there isn't?
There is. Ask anybody in Mexico. There's a standard wire to sew your mouth shut. The migrants are mostly Central and Southern Americans helped each other seal their lips using needles and plastic threads, leaving a small piece to consume liquids and using alcohol to wipe away the drops of blood from the stitchers. God. One activist said the migrants are sewing the lips together as a sign of protest. We hope that the National Mitigation Institute can see that they are bleeding and that they are human beings, but they're doing it to themselves. That was me adding that, by the way.
But that's desperation for you. What would you be willing to do?
I don't know.
To save your kid's life or to save your own? How far would you be willing to go?
I don't know.
I don't think we can even come close to understanding what these people are willing to do to get a chance at living.
Okay, listen. Open up your body. Give me your kidney. Give me one kidney. You can free to go.
That happens. That actually.
Oh, I'm sure it does. But that's like, that you don't want to talk about it.
That's actually happening right now in Afghanistan.
Oh,
there are people selling their organs because they're starving.
Nope. I'll die.
And their kids.
Well,
they're selling their kids and they're selling their organs.
I'll sell my. You know what? If to the point where I am that desperate, I will not make it. But my kid has a chance. Fine, I'll sell my kid, but he makes sure he gets across safely and he survives.
That's not how that works.
Well, how does it work?
You sell your kid, and that's it. What they go to is what they go to. Little girls become mothers and wives. Little boys become work hands, I guess.
So I don't understand what the benefit is then. There's no benefit.
The money they get gives them food, but when that money runs out, it's out. And what they're selling their kids for isn't even close to being like a sum of money that you could go, oh, I get it.
Wait a minute. We're having all these problems. We're having all these problems up there in North Korea with human rights and everything like that, but yet this shit's going on?
Oh, yeah. We created what I consider to be one of the absolute worst situations for women in the world that's ever existed.
Oh, I feel really bad there. I mean, I know they were behind the female species was behind the 8 ball and guys, but I didn't think it was that bad. That's just horrible.
That bad. They had a life that was similar to, or more similar to, American women. There were murals. There were businesses that showed women's faces.
But don't they have don't they still have human trafficking going on over there in like Vietnam and shit like that, in Asia and
There's human trafficking going on right here at home.
What?
Absolutely, 100% human trafficking that goes on here at home. There was a case that happened here in New Hampshire that was actually used by the FBI for training purposes. People
for training purposes?
They used a case as an example of what happened out in New Hampshire to teach agents what to look for. Human trafficking happens a lot more than people realize, and it happens in really disgusting ways. Like Florida has the second greatest rate of disappearance of women and children, second only to Arizona.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. They don't have it in Polk County, which is like Lakeland. Grady Judge, who's the sheriff over there, oh my God, he is like hailed as a god for all the times that he busted out either drug plots or prostitutes and stuff like that. He's
every one
god.
you put down, there's another one behind him ready to pick it back up. People who are so desperate to come to this country that people say, you know, I'll get you there, and you'll have this job, and they convince them. And then they bring them here, they take their passports, and these people have no idea of what our life is like. So when somebody looks at them and says, you belong to me now, if you ever want it, you have to work it off. They believe that shit, and they do what they're supposed to do. They do what they're told.
Is this like a whole mafia type deal?
It's worse than that.
No. That's pretty bad.
At least you can point to mafia. There might have been some kind of a principle, but these people, you're just meat. What can they use you for? And for a lot of young girls, that becomes sex.
Well, that sweatshops, I can only imagine that. I'm sure that's still happening.
I worked in a sweatshop in a sewing factory in Kentucky, and every Friday at 3 o'clock, we were required to turn our machines down so we could listen to them pipe in their Born in Sin religious thing. And if you didn't want to do it, they would tell you to go back to work. But if you turned your machine back on, people would yell at you and tell you to turn it off. It was so bad you weren't allowed to, like, if you got caught looking at the person next to you, they would throw you out, or they would yell at you, or they would cut you off. It was awful the way these people were. I can remember them actually telling us that we weren't going to get paychecks because, you're going to love this one, but understand these people didn't know what this was. The fax machine fucked up the payroll numbers when it sent it over, so we were going to have to wait for paychecks. None of these people had ever seen a fax machine, never mind used one. Right. They had no idea that it was a glorified copier and truly believed that it had the ability in transmitting numbers to fuck it up. These people believed that shit. The truth of the matter was they didn't have enough money to make payroll. And we used to run to get our checks cashed because if you were so many people back, they would run out of money and your fucking paycheck would bounce. But when you're in the middle of Nowheresville and they're the only job in town, you do what you got to do.
Crazy. Very crazy.
Yeah. People are fucked up.
Let me ask you this, because you kind of know a little bit more, a lot more than I do. Chinese buffets, are they slaves?
Up here, what I see mostly is family-run businesses, to be quite honest. But my understanding is that does exist in some markets, or even in markets that involve women's beauty, like nails or pedicures, that people are promised a job and a place to live. They come over, their passport is taken, and they're told you're going to work this many hours and you're going to do this many things. You're not from here.
Yep.
You're from a world that's entirely different. So when somebody tells you that and threatens you, not just you, your family even, you better keep up your end of the deal or we're going to go get your family. We got you. We'll take your family. You will do what you have to do to survive.
I'm not eating Chinese buffets anymore. Forget it. They're good.
I don't eat them because buffets, I don't care what kind of buffet it is. Buffets in general are not healthy. And they can be, you can get, there's a lot of hands and shit going around in that stuff. Buffets are not healthy.
I'm sure it is, but you know what? That's kind of like don't tell me what's in hot dogs. I have no desire to get
salmonella or hepatitis B.
I've never gotten that.
Didn't know how to wipe their ass.
I've never gotten that.
You realize hepatitis B is spread by people who don't wipe their ass?
I agree.
Or they wipe their ass, but they don't wash their hands appropriately?
You just said that don't wipe their ass. You know, that'd be a nasty ass. But no, it's
I'm actually wrong on that. They wipe their ass, but they don't wash their hands, so you eat their poop, and that's how you get Hep B.
I know about that, Jenny. My God, I know some things. You know, I'm not a complete moron.
Buffet, man?
Why?
Hands going all in there. People
It's not
sneezing and
going
shit.
in there. They're using the freaking scoop.
They're talking to each other while they're picking the food, and they're spraying it all over the fucking food.
So the cough mirrors and everything, you don't believe in that?
That shit doesn't work.
It
You ever see
does.
that shit work?
Yeah, it does.
Come on. No, it doesn't. Nope.
Especially nowadays, everybody's masking, to be honest with you.
Seriously, if I've learned anything from this pandemic, it's that humanity is fucking gross.
I think
People
we've
do
all
not
learned
want-
that.
No, people are grosser than I thought they were.
Well,
It's just made me be more, I don't know, closed
Now, when
in.
you-
I got a small circle.
So when you go out, if you ever go out, are you masking even if you're outside?
Not outside.
Okay.
But I do wear mask when I go into most businesses.
Okay.
Because I don't want, it's not for me, but I want to say it's not about COVID. It's about any illness. Your cold in me could be pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
Your flu that makes you feel shitty could kill me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I may never give up the mask thing.
Right.
Because it's better for me. And fuck you if you don't like it.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Don't look
Hey,
at me. No, I mean in general to anybody.
okay,
Like,
okay.
just don't look at, somebody said something to say, fuck you, don't look at me.
Mm-hmm.
My ass wants to live to see tomorrow. You don't give two shits about me.
Get a phone call. Let's see if this is real. 786 area code. You're on the air. Going once. Going twice. Goodbye.
Those are boring.
They
I like
are.
it
They're
better when
boring.
they say
Come on. Make it entertaining. Make it
I know,
entertaining. My God. What is going on? I don't understand. All of a sudden, now I'm starting to question this new station that we're on. I'm kidding. But I'm just saying.
What are you talking about?
We got this new station, and we have all these prank callers.
Maybe not. Or maybe your number got given out or something. I don't know.
Well, good. Yeah, there you go. Why don't you go ahead and have some, anybody have some balls.
Maybe it's
to
somebody
talk.
from one of the, I don't know how many places this is shared.
Well,
Could be
number one,
anybody.
two, they're also, it's like, I got calls from myself. Like, really? What the hell?
I don't know how people do that. That's weird.
Well, I
How do you
think
do that?
somebody is. Well, you know how overseas they called. That's one way they get your numbers. They go ahead and they pirate your number and mask it, and they call people with it. So it's like somebody could be calling right now from my cell phone, and I don't know it, but they call me. Hey, why'd you call me? I didn't call you. But that's the way it is. And that's what I think they're doing. So getting a lot of.
Is that spoofing thing?
I think so. I think it's something like that. It was something like that.
Mr. Krabs was all about that spoofing thing.
Oh, of course, yeah. Mr. Krabs loves to spoof. Loves to poop too. Probably doesn't wipe his hands or whatever.
Ew.
Oh, people are disgusting. Come on now. Yeah. John commented, meow meow mixed kid. Oh, see, John was pissed off.
Why can't I see these comments?
I can't either. I have to actually go to my personal page and see the post that I have on there.
That is so bizarre.
It is. It's something to do with Facebook. I don't know. Oh, John says I pussied out. You know what? Listen, I feel
pussied out.
Yeah.
No,
I figured
it's called having standards.
I figured 5 minutes is not worth losing a co-host. Sorry. No, I have.
I didn't say you were going to lose me. I just said I was going to leave for the evening. I'm not going to stick around for that.
No, I thought you were going to leave for period. I mean, that's not something I can handle.
Well, I mean, if you want to start doing shit on a regular basis, yeah, fuck no, I'm gone.
No. Ooh,
I was just going to disconnect for the evening and leave you on to your little Nelson.
This is a one-time deal. That's it.
And you'll be with him for the rest of the evening.
Oh, yay, Joe.
Which is what he wants. It's what he wants. He wants to shut up the Yenta.
Hold on.
The Jew.
Hold on.
The woman.
So let's see here. Hold on.
People forget my name when they want to get that way. Men do. Misogyny. Suddenly I don't have a name anymore. I'm the woman or the girl. Get your woman in line. That dickhead Tony was good for that one. Get your woman in line.
What, Tony Dick?
Fuck you. Yeah, Tony Dick.
Really? He did that too? I didn't think he was that. I didn't think he was that much of a jackass.
Absolutely. He wrote a whole thing to Matt about how he needed to control his woman. I didn't have a name anymore. I was relegated to a subspecies of woman who shouldn't have an opinion, never mind a name. And I hate that shit.
We gotta get you a show. We gotta. You have there's a lot of anger going again. Yeah. Well, no, you.
Oh no, honey. I don't. That's not anger. That's not anger. Don't misconstrued my righteous indignation for an emotional response.
Well, wait a second. What was that word again? I gotta look it up.
Righteous indignation.
Yeah, that.
Oh yeah, that's the stalker again, Crystal. You've nailed it.
Yeah, that's it. But he's not is he still is he still stalking you, or is he just
I told you he just tried to send me a message on Instagram.
Like recently?
Yes.
Oh, I thought because he did that whole rabbi thing like a month ago or something like that. I thought
he legit just sent me a thing on Instagram, and you know how you get a thing and it says you're not connected to this person, you can respond, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I got. And let's see.
Oh, God, he's in love with you. He really is.
He's cute. He's just...
He may go ahead and talk a lot of shit about you and everything else and put you down, but, man, he would... I'm sure he would take that opportunity if you gave him the time of day.
It was in the last few days. It may not be showing up now, because I actually reported it.
Really?
The message he sent me.
Oh.
I reported the message he sent me, yes.
Yeah.
Because it's what he does. He's chasing me with his racist bullshit. I mean, of all the things he's done, that's what he chose to send me. And that, that pisses me off in the sense that YouTube has gotten really weird with people. And Matt will talk about pro-vaccination stuff, and then they'll ding him for false news that isn't.
I was
false.
hearing about
He's actually doing quite the opposite. But this dick shit can put a fucking video up where he's making fun of and being really fucking awful, cultural, whatever you want to call it, dressing himself up like a rabbi and being completely derogatory, and YouTube doesn't shut that shit down.
But I get shut down for saying
he can do that. He can do a video that he talks about wanting to rape people. That doesn't get shut down.
I'm wondering about YouTube.
Cock?
I'm wondering about YouTube.
He said that to me. That's not okay.
I knew it. I knew he was offering.
Shit.
I knew he was
That's
offering.
Not pussing it out.
I knew he was offering. I knew it.
It's not pussying out when you're not going to placate to people like that. You want to call in, you want to have something of value to fucking offer, be my guest.
Yeah.
But if all you want to do is make veiled threats and threaten to rape people and beat people or whatever the fuck, come on, get out of here. I mean, maybe that sophomoric bullshit works for some people who get their fun in a locker room. But for the rest of us, we require a little bit more intellect. I want my intellect to be at least spark a little bit. Give me something.
Right, not the same old shit.
But it's
what if he went ahead?
Every
what if he went
time
ahead
people allow
and
that dribble, you empower it.
But what if he went ahead and made a new, different type of post, but was still racially garbage?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. No.
I just didn't know
Never
if it was just.
Never in a million years will I attribute if I'm going to put my effort into something, it's going to be to support good stuff or at least good humor. But it's not going to be to promote somebody that's espousing a white-only society that has decided that people of color are called terms that I won't repeat.
No, I hear you.
But he has no problem saying it.
Yeah, I won't.
This
say it either.
person has literally said that we need a white-only society, that women need to be back in the kitchen, that men need to get them back under control, that people who are bisexual or lesbian or gay should just be done away with.
I agree.
Haven't we heard enough of that rhetoric in our lives?
But I agree. I think, women need to be back in the kitchen because, my God, every time I do a show, I'm always cooking. Come on, I need my wife back in the kitchen.
Bullshit.
I suck at cooking. I mean, come on. I can only cook the basic stuff. I'm like Charlie Brown. I'll burn
Matt
water.
Can't cook for nothing. He can't cook for nothing. But I actually enjoy cooking for him. I actually choose to and enjoy cooking for him. It's not expected. Doesn't matter if I do it a couple of nights in a row or once in a week.
Matt doesn't say, woman, get in the kitchen. Cook.
Fuck no. He appreciates everything that I do, and he always lets me know
sure
that.
He does. I'm
he
sure.
never lets me feel unappreciated. And he'll call me up and be like, hey, you feel like a burger? And he'll bring something home. It goes both ways, just differently.
Oh, I hear you. All right, well, at the top of the hour, we're going to go ahead and hit a break. A couple of songs here from 23EXP and Gash Rock and Roll for you. And no copyrights. When we come back, actually, I kind of want to finish that whole Mexico thing there with the sewing in the mouth. We'll get that later. High-tech pickpocketing. A boy actually scammed somebody. We'll tell you what's going on there. And a Florida man. Yeah, Florida. I know. We'll talk about him and his DUI traffic stop. It's kind of a little bit off the wall. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Stay where you are. The Charles Richardson Show will return after this. That's inside. That's inside. That's inside.
Begging at his feet like a broken dog. It's been over a year, guys. I declare the tsunami's now funny. Now, this is not for everybody. This is not a joke for everyone. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Dave, you're going to lose your entire Indonesian fan base. The tsunami, or as I call it, God's money shot, is... global warming. That's what I'm trying to get at. Global warming, guys. I don't know about you guys. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. Maybe I work for an oil company. The ice caps are melting, people. People always say it that way. The ice caps are melting. Maybe there's some really cool shit under those ice caps. I mean, like treasure. Or even better than treasure, a talking dinosaur who we can all have adventures with. Me first, I thought it up. What if he's really wise, too, and he can help us with our problems, you know? Hey, dinosaur buddy, since you are fuel, maybe you would know what the next untapped resource in this country is that we can burn. What did you say? Mexicans? That's fucking racist. You're a fucking racist. No one likes a prehistoric racist. Can I get a drink for Hitlersaurus over here?
Don't be a pussy. Call Charles now. 813-699-5353.
I don't know if I should go ahead and tell everybody to start calling. That might be a bad thing.
Call at 813-699-5353.
Fuck you!
There, I did it. What do you mean, fuck me? Fuck you!
It's been a while. Honestly, the first part of the show, I thought you were going to tell me to fuck me anyway. You haven't used any of your 10, and you finally did. I had to kind of poke you on that one.
I was being conservative tonight. See what I get for that? Bullshit. Should be a drinking game.
It should be.
Take a sip every time Jenny says fuck
Well,
you.
listen, the last time it was a drinking game, I kind of got under the table on that one. You remember how that went?
This is true.
Oh, my God. I'm never going to look Irish and coffee the same.
I got support, man. Crystal's supporting me.
Everybody supports you. Everybody hates me.
I have unlimited fuck yous against you. So, fuck you from Crystal. Fuck you. It's beautiful.
Wait a second. Jenny giving you my unlimited FUs for when Stalker Crazy Joe harasses you. What an ass he is.
Seriously, go away, buddy. I don't need you tracking me on other social networks and sending me your fucking...
I'm seriously surprised he hasn't sent you a dick pic by now. I mean, I think that's the only thing left.
That he never did. But in all seriousness, at one point, I was all in. I was determined because you can see that there's something that could be there. And I really thought there was hope. And I still think there is. I was showed that there isn't.
I still think there is, but yeah, he's just kind of buried it in all this nonsense that he's done.
He can't stop being a racist. No matter what you say or do, he will never stop being a racist. He will talk to you about music, but the minute you bring up somebody who's maybe in the rap genre, he's going to shit all over people of color and call them names that are absolutely fucking wrong.
Yeah.
And he thinks that's okay. In his world, that is okay. And that is the exact thinking that led to Amarda Avery's lynching.
Oh.
Did you pay attention to what's come out in the federal hate crimes trial? Holy fuck.
What do we got in that? I have no idea what's going on. There was
so much not included in the trial that convicted them. In the trial from the federal government, they've got records going back years of these people. That guy, Rodney, that was driving the white truck.
Right.
I didn't know it until I heard it introduced as evidence in the federal trial, but there was actually shirt fibers from Ahmad's shirt in the front grill of that white fucking truck. That man actually sent a message that said, My daughter's dating one of them now. She has her own N.
Wow.
And how
that's not cool.
disgusted he was, and he doesn't want his daughter anymore because.
Now, is that abbreviating, or did he actually go for the full word?
Full word. Full word. And all of them, there's multiple text and comments and things where they use that word no differently than you and I might declare somebody white or black or what have you. They use it interchangeably as a race. To them, people of color are just the N-word.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking the GA version.
No. I get it. I don't think there. Listen, I honestly don't think there is a GA word. I don't care if you say the N word. That's still using it.
For a white person, absolutely. But I've seen plenty of people of color use it in a different way. Like when you hear like, oh my God, Snoop Dogg. He doesn't use it in a derogatory way, and GA works, and it's perfectly okay for him to do that. It's not okay for me in any way, shape, or form. And I'm not white.
But is that like a double?
Half white.
But is that like a double standard? It's okay for Snoop Dogg to do that, but it's not okay for Eminem, maybe.
No, not at all. No, it's not. It's perfectly okay for me to use certain Jewish terminology, but coming from you, that might not be so great.
Maybe.
Coming from you, it could be perceived incorrect. It's kind of like the whole cultural appropriation thing. Like, I'm not going to run around with Native American hair stuff because I'm not Native American, and that's cultural appropriation. But you could see me with hair beads that are Viking.
Wait a second. So now I'm over here thinking my mom. Well, I know my mom was definitely racist. She called my Filipino girlfriend N. So, but
my grandmother. There was a family that moved in down the street, a black family, and I was playing with them, and they had a daughter and a son, and my grandmother said, it's okay for you to be friends with them, but you don't date them. And that was the first time I realized that my grandmother was fucking racist in a way that I didn't realize. Wow. She had no problem with people of color, black, whatever, you can be friends with them, but you can't date them. You can't mix.
Boo! That's like Harry Potter, the Mudbloods. And there's a word that she
used for it that I don't know that's necessarily an okay word anymore. I mean, I heard it was a Yiddish term, but it sounds like it might not really be a great term to be using.
I'm kind of curious to what it is. Can you spell it? Can you spell it out? Or is that going to give it away?
I think it's okay for me to say it. I'll say the word, but
it's... Hold on a second. Let's really go... We here at the Charles Richardson Show do not condone this phrase or word to be used in any other way except for an experimental and educational purposes only.
And I don't even know if it's good or bad. It was a Yiddish word that my grandmother used, and she called them schwatzes, and that meant somebody who was of color in Yiddish. But I don't to this day know. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think it's a slang term.
It sounds like one. But then again, I'm not...
goyim. If you're a goyim, you're not Jewish. I think it's a slang type term, because you can be of color and Jewish. That's totally norm. Yeah. But I don't honestly know if that was a bad word or not a bad word.
It kind of sounds like if what you're saying is correct, it's the term in Yiddish to describe somebody of color. Right. Well, the somebody of color is considered to describe the N-word. So that could be the same thing.
If you look in art or in certain cultures or what have you, or even words in other languages, like nego is a word used for the color black. But in some circles, if you use that word, it may be construed the wrong way.
In Spanish, it's negro is black.
Yeah.
The color black.
See, anytime when I was growing up,
if you said that in the wrong environment, it could be perceived.
When I was growing up, right. I always thought this one country, Nigeria. I'm thinking, I'm not saying that. That's not right.
Oh, you thought that was a bad word?
Mm-hmm. I thought that was the N-word.
I used to duplicate my aunts. My aunt, one aunt would say, "Famak thy moil." And I thought, oh, that sounds funny. Famak thy moil. And I got in trouble for it because I didn't know I was telling other people to shut up. Famak thy moil is shut your mouth.
Famak thy moil?
Famak thy moil is shut your mouth. I had no idea.
Wait. Let me see if I'm saying it.
I just thought I learned a term.
Let me see if I say it right. Famak thy moil.
Close.
Listen, when I was a kid...
Hey, famak thy moil.
When I was a kid, I started calling my brother a dildo head because I didn't know what it meant. I just thought it was really funny.
You almost made me spit milk in the microphone. That's not
awesome. Cool. That is awesome.
And
a dildo head?
Yeah. Your mom hearing that.
Well, and my mom was like, "Don't you ever say that." I'm like, "What? I didn't know what it meant."
Where did you hear that?
I have no idea.
So, was that the moment that your family decided to have the birds and the bees talk?
No.
Was that the opening for Oh Shit?
Yeah, I think the O was there. Oh shit. My God.
I honestly don't know where I heard it, and I didn't know what it meant. It was just, oh, that sounds like a cool word.
How young, let me ask you guys this. How young were you when you first said your first swear word? Can you remember?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I know that you can't go by me.
I know. Because I've been told this story. I've been told this story 500 million times. I was about 3, and my grandfather was body slamming a lawnmower, and well, you know my grandfather.
Which one?
Boys.
What do you mean body slamming? Like, was he wrestling?
Well, I don't know if he was body slamming it. He was pissed off because it wasn't working. And I went out and said, "Grandpa's bitching."
Oh, funny!
Nice.
From what they say, I was trying to say fixing, but it sounded more like bitching, and it was more appropriate.
You said bitching. Don't sell yourself short.
Convince themselves that's what you didn't say.
Don't sell yourself short. You said bitching. You knew what was going on. Grandpa's.
I remember I was washing dishes in the kitchen one day, and you know when you stick your hand in the glass to wash it with a sponge, I had done that, and the glass broke and cut my hand really good, and I went, shit! And the next thing I hear is my toddler.
Now you may not be able to. You may not be able to see this.
He got that real quick.
You may not be able to see it, but there is a scar there.
I see.
This thing cut this part of my skin when I did the same goddamn thing.
Oh
I stick in my hand in the glass, and that's why I don't want to do the glasses anymore. I'm freaking out. I struggled
so hard to get him to say the word truck correctly because he had a lisp when he was little and he did like a year of thing, but it would come out as fuck. Fire fuck. Fire fuck. It took forever to get him to say truck. I say shit one fucking time when the glass breaks into my hand. Shit. That was no problem.
Yeah. Well, our son had a long battle with the naughty words, and he still does it sometimes. And when he was in the one daycare, they kept saying, "Well, he keeps saying the F word." And I'm like, he can't pronounce the letter F. He says it like an S. Can't. Well, he can now, but at that time he couldn't. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I know he didn't say the F word because he can't even pronounce the letter S.
That was my poor kid trying to say truck.
I mean, if he tried to say it,
would not come out.
If he tried to say it, it would have come out more like shruck or like shuck. Because he didn't. His F's were like an S or like an SH or something like that.
It took a year of speech therapy to help him with the lisp and get him to be able to pronounce words like with a proper F.
Yeah.
It's a hard letter. Of course, I had no idea.
If you're listening to us or watching us on my profile page, which apparently is not coming through here, I want to say hi to Richard Bradshaw, Rocky, and John. You guys are over there. John's saying dirty cocksucker. Rocky says, hi, Jenny. Good show. Who's the other guy? Yeah, fuck you, Rocky.
I love you, Rocky.
Yeah, of course. Everybody loves that. Are you saying dirty cocksucker is the other guy? Yes, I'm a dirty cocksucker. I'm just going to go with it now. I don't care. I really don't.
There you go.
Who cares?
Right.
Yeah, right.
That's
so
like
Crystal,
parenting 101, though. Your kids will do shit that you don't want them to do real easy.
Crystal says probably grammar school. When I grew up in the 80s, the F-bomb was part of everyday language amongst my peers. It isn't always used as profanity. Very proficient in F-bomb usage in grammar school. Or according to Chris, that's you know what?
I think I was in my 20s the first time I said the word fuck in front of my dad.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, well, yeah, we're not talking about in front of your parents. We know you wouldn't survive if you were a certain age.
Yeah, I was definitely very careful. And, like, I would curse at school, but I didn't dare curse when I got home.
Oh, that was a surefire. Well, when my grandmother was passing away, and I saw my uncles in a room for the first time since, I don't know, I was a tyker. And she got hungry, so they came and told me, but I knew what her habits were. So I went to get one of the protein shakes for her because I knew that was what she was looking for. And I walked in with it, and she goes, I should have known you were going to bring me that fucking thing. I said, damn right I brought you this fucking thing. Now drink it. And they all lost their shit. They're like, oh! And I'm looking at them like, are you new here? My grandmother and I could be as whatever with one another.
See,
it was later in life that we got that way.
My one grandmother, well, neither one of my grandmothers curse, like, at all. And my one grandfather doesn't really either. But my other one can curse like a sailor. But the first time I heard my grandmother curse, I was like, what? Because I was probably in my 20s.
Bullshit.
But I was shocked.
My ex, who's now deceased, I was with him at a grandparent's house, and I was warned not to say anything about so-and-so who was pregnant. The word pregnant was like, fuck you. You had to say in the family way.
Oh,
or that ancient woman was going to get out of that chair and beat your ass if you said you were pregnant in front of her.
My one grandmother has the rule that if you say 3 F-bombs that you're kicked out of their house if you're at their house when you say it.
Now, is that per visit?
Shit.
Is that per visit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck you!
You're allowed 3.
Fuck you!
I allow Jenny 10. I allow Jenny 10. That's way too much. Gonna go by the 5.
18 because Crystal gives me hers.
I'm not counting crystals.
I'm counting crystals.
You can count all you want. I don't count it.
I count every listener.
Oh, you count every listener. I don't. 10 is your max.
Well, see, that's what's wrong with. No, it's not. It's 18. 10. We discussed this on Monday.
You and Crystal 18. Did. No, I never agreed to it.
Yeah, well, majority rules. You're voted out.
Majority rules? I'm sorry. I count as 3 votes.
No shit for you. Get out.
I count as 3 votes. I'm the host, the proprietor, and I have the mute button.
Whatever.
Actually, what shit? Where was I? Huh? Billy Painter actually sent me a story here. This is kind of disturbing. So apparently, there was a Florida man gave underage girls vape pens for sex acts to sniff their feet.
Ew.
What? I'll give you a vape pen if I can sniff your feet.
No, maybe more than that, but I think that was one of the things. Pinellas County man accused of preying on underage girls through social media has been arrested on multiple counts of lewd and lascivious acts with minors. Deputy identified multiple victims who have been accused of as Brandon White of offering them vaping devices in exchange for sex. The first known offense happened in April of last year, according to deputies. They said that White would communicate with the minors through Snapchat and Instagram and ask to smell and touch their feet in exchange for nicotine and marijuana products. White also received...
I've never understood the whole foot fetish thing.
No.
I don't either, but it's a thing.
It is a thing.
Part of the arrest report said White also received various sexual acts from the victims. White is 22, and the victims were all under 16, according to deputies. Deputy says White was interviewed. Yeah.
Nasty man.
He was interviewed by detectives on Wednesday and admitted to meeting with multiple underage girls. Online jail records show that he was arrested on 7 counts of lewd and lascivious molestation, 1 count of lewd and lascivious conduct, 1 count of unlawful use in a two-way communications device, and 1 count of lewd and lascivious battery on a victim under 16. He's being held at jail on a $200,000 bond.
Jeez.
Can I sniff your feet, please?
Gross.
Now, is that really considered a sex act? Sniffing feet?
Not that,
when you're
but
doing it in a sexual nature, I guess.
I mean, if you're jerking off while you're doing it.
Well, that's what I was saying. Was his penis, showing or something, or was he grabbing his crotch while he was sniffing? I mean,
obviously he was getting a hot on for it because it's what his thing is.
Oh, say that again. Hot on.
Hot on.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. See, you can't. You make fun of me when I say something like that. You may make fun of her.
I like.
I'm
her.
allowed to make fun of you.
Damn it. That's why I need more guys.
Head honcho just.
That's why I need more guys on the show.
Best one was when we first started dating, and I'm on the phone with him, and he's talking about something, and he says a shack, and I'm like, a what? And he keeps repeating himself, a shack, a shack, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And his roommate in the background yells, he's saying shark. I was like,
I thought you were going to say shaft.
No, he was
Not
talking about
shack.
a shark.
The funny thing about
tell what he was talking about because it didn't make sense in the context.
Yours.
You guys are so mean. That's why I need more guys on the show.
Yeah, nice try.
God.
Not going to work.
No, apparently not.
Here.
Still screwed.
You love me and you know it.
I didn't say that. I didn't say I didn't love you.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't. I never said I didn't love her.
Yeah, you've admitted it before.
When? Exactly.
You've said nice things about your wife.
No,
I said I did. I never said I didn't love you.
Especially when shithead thought she was me.
See. Open. She's not listening to me. I got to get you earphones.
Who?
You?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm wearing earphones.
You are? Got to
Yeah.
get you better earphones.
On top of my hearing aids.
Got to get you better one of those too.
Fuck you.
So back to the Mexico thing, real quick. Somewhere, we were talking just to get Alyssa updated on this. We were talking about people crossing Mexico sewing their mouths shut as a protest.
Why?
I don't know why. It's apparently it's a protest, a sign of protest against the demonstration. The National Mitigation Institute said in a public statement, it is worrying that these measures have been carried out with the consent and support of those that call themselves their representatives, with the intention of pursuing authorities, an attention that's already provided. Some were actually carrying their children, which we had talked about already. They're doing it for their family. When they staged these dramatic protesters, one says, I'm doing it for my daughter. She has not eaten anything in the last few hours, and I see no solution. I haven't, before dinner, I didn't eat anything for a few hours either.
Yeah.
So, am I starving too? Do I need to go ahead and sew my mouth up?
Now, come on.
But I get it. I understand. But listen, hours, come on. The same person says, we're like prisoners here, adding that she'd been waiting for a response from Mexico's mitigation agency for more than a month. The agency said it continues to attend cases, adding priority to It's been given to those who make up vulnerable groups such as children, adolescents, pregnant women, victims of crime, people with disabilities, and the elderly. That probably sums up 90% of them. The institution says it receives more than 100 applications at their office in the southern city every day. Recent years, the number of migrants arriving in Mexico fleeing violence and poverty has jumped. In 2021, Mexico has recorded 87% increase in the number of asylum applications, mainly from Haitians and Honduras. The United Nations Refugee Agency recently said Mexico should consider new aid programs amid a surge in arrival of foreigners, many of them Venezuelans, who from Mexicans now require a visa. So, is Mexico turning into a third world country, or is it a third world country already? I mean, this is kind of sad, where we can't. There's no hope down there.
They can't handle the influx that they're getting, so they have their own things going on, and they're getting an influx from like Venezuela and other places, especially in some of these areas. Women, females, are at serious risk.
Well,
and mothers are taking their daughters to the Mexican border to try and get them away from what could be horrid.
When we were on the cruise, we went to Honduras, and that's scary. I mean,
and they're taking you to the good part.
Well,
yeah, right.
We had to drive through the not good part to get to the good part.
Yeah, we were all wearing bulletproof vests.
No, we weren't wearing bulletproof vests. But there was people like in Jeeps going down the road with weapons.
It was like a crime scene over there. It really was. It's like a war zone.
Should we really be?
And it's like, did they drop us off at the right port? I mean,
it is like a war zone. So imagine you're there, you have a kid. What are you willing to do?
Why would they even stop in that location if the country is that bad? I don't understand
what you were born and raised in.
No, he's talking about the cruises stopping.
Talking about the cruises
in those areas.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that sometimes some of the places they stop at, it's like, are people really that oblivious that they can go with blinders on?
I mean,
and just kind of ignore the poverty around them.
I freaked out when we went ahead to the cab over to going to Ranchos
in Mexico.
I was like,
that was in.
I want to make sure
Cozumel,
I get back.
Wasn't it?
I want to make. Yeah, it was Cozumel. Well, we went to that one restaurant. What was that?
We went to Pancho's Backyard.
Pancho's Backyard. Where you're. Listen, if your mom and dad go, okay, I trust it, but I'm going in the cab and I'm thinking, they're not going to kidnap us, are they?
Yeah. Are we going to make it back to the port?
They're not going to drive to us like a warehouse.
Thought, because that shit does happen. Yeah. I mean, Jesus.
I mean, I get it. It's like a lot of the cruise lines and everything like that. They go ahead and kind of research. Okay, this is the place to go. These are safe. They kind of like scout everything, but you don't know how that shit's happening day to day.
Well, when we went there, though, that wasn't part of an excursion or anything. That was just us getting in the cab and going. It wasn't anything that was part of the cruise.
Yeah, kind of. That's. I'm not doing that again.
But my mom and dad had been there before. And they
did it. They survived. Apparently.
They got some advice from one of the the crew members on the cruise as to
where do we go to eat safe. Where do we go to eat burritos and stay safe?
The food was amazing, and the margaritas. Oh,
well, you were Giggles McGee before the end of the first one.
Well, I had about 3 of those really big margaritas.
Just imagine if we went there now. I got hammered on 2 of those little glasses of the freaking the Irish cream shit.
It was funny too because we had just started fostering our son right before we went on this cruise, and so there was another foster family that was watching him while we were on the cruise because we had bought the tickets ahead of time and we didn't have a ticket for him, and so we went. We had them watch him. And so while we're in Mexico at this restaurant, she video calls me and I'm like 2 margaritas in.
Oh,
do you see this foster parent over here?
Giggling
this
away.
Is what she's doing. Look at that shit she's drinking.
It wasn't like anything, I mean, we were...
Did you have to answer for yourself?
No. But it was just funny because I was a little giggly. And, no, I did not. He's making
now.
No. But, I mean, it was just like...
She started to strip after we got back to the cruise.
Stop. Will you stop making things up?
Was I really making it up?
I didn't strip.
Not now. I said after we got back to the cabin.
You did your skinny dipping in the pool.
I don't think I did that either. No, I didn't skinny dip.
No skinny dip in the pool. Not here, at least. There was another pool.
Did you see that new cruise ship that's got like 18 or whatever floors up? Did you see that giant one?
Most of them do have 18 floors now.
Well,
I have no desire to get on a hotel on water.
Well, I mean, it was really cool.
It was. I didn't either. I had my reservations on. I'm thinking like, I'm going to be in this one place. I don't care if it's floating over water, but I'm going to be in one place. There's only so much to do, and I got 7 days on this thing. I don't know, but it was fun. It really was. There was enough to do.
Oh, I believe you.
The other thing about Honduras was the day that we got stuck in the monsoon.
Oh God, yeah. That's why I'm saying we never go in July.
I mean,
Isn't that what they call a hurricane?
No, it's a monsoon. No.
It was just torrential rain, and then the wind would just kick up out of nowhere. And
Jenny, that would be to you a hurricane. For us, it's just a really strong, a really bad downpour. That's all. But you come down here,
get blown off the map, or if the ground's just going to soak you up and take you back.
You come down there and you have that type of weather. That's a hurricane to you.
We had this beach excursion, so we go in this.
By the way, it's a waste of money.
In this like bus thing through this really scary area, and then we get to the beach. Well, we're in the water, and then all of a sudden this humongous downpour just comes, and then the wind's kicking up and everything, and they're telling everybody to get out of the water. So we get out of the water, and the only place to go that was indoors wasn't even really fully indoors. It was like it's
a huge tent,
screened in.
No, it wasn't even screened in.
Pavilion thing.
It was just it was like a tiki pavilion, a huge. Yeah, but it wasn't even screened in.
And so everybody is huddled in this little pavilion.
We're all gathered in for warmth. We're having a campfire in the middle. And
the rain is just coming down for like...
It's coming in.
Half the time that
like
we were on this excursion. And then they're like, well, they might have to delay the ferry that takes you back, because there was a ferry and there was the bus, and we might have to delay the ferry because of this storm, and I mean, it was just ridiculous.
We're gonna miss our cruise.
And then we get back finally to the port, and we still had some time, so we were looking around in some of the shops and stuff, and we were just soaked from like head to toe.
Oh yeah, it's like, we're gonna go in the pool and dry off.
It was bad. We get on the elevator, we're all shivering.
I'm not shivering. I was like, yeah, bring it on. You were freezing your ass off. Me, I was fine.
Well, that's the thing, was the rainwater was freezing. Yeah. Like the air temperature was warm, but the rainwater that was coming down was freezing.
Crazy. It was pretty crazy, and definitely not going to do an excursion again. If we ever did a cruise, we're not doing excursions. Screw that. Unless it's like
the safe zone.
Yeah.
Well, we canceled the excursion that we had the day after that because it rained that day, and we were like, "This is going to suck."
Yeah, screw this. We're just staying on the boat.
So no, we went on the port. That was where we saw like the pirate show and all of that.
Oh yeah. That's right. That was actually some good
that
stuff
was in Costa Maya, Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Costa Maya.
But
I don't even have a passport anymore. I've not renewed it. It expired.
Did ours expire? Do we have to renew ours every year?
No, it's not
I don't
every
know
year.
No, it's every 10 years.
Oh,
okay,
then we still have ours
is still good.
Yeah, we can do that. We can escape anytime we want. If Biden gets out of control, we can just hop a plane and get out of here.
I don't know that I ever want to get in a plane again right now.
I don't want to get in a plane right now either.
That's why we're doing the whole drive up there. That's why we're doing that whole drive. It's like, now we got to figure out, okay, we can't fly up there.
Well, that's a short flight, though. You get on the flight.
It's 3 hours.
From Florida to Boston, it's just a few hours. I'm talking about, like, going overseas and it's like a 10-hour fucking trip or an 8-hour trip.
Unless you're going to like Australia, it's a 24-hour trip.
Yeah, fuck that. You have to land somewhere. There's a plane can't go 24 hours.
No, I think you land in Honolulu and then you cross over. But the whole trip is like 24 hours.
When Andrew went, he went LAX. He landed in LA and then went over.
Oh, really?
From there, yeah.
So I mean, that's still got to be a ways.
Yeah, I think it was like 18 hours the second flight.
Can you imagine? 18-hour flight time. Holy shit! 15 hours and 5 minutes.
Ugh. I think my longest flight was about 8 hours or so, going from Boston to Amsterdam. There was one trip where we made it in like 6 hours because we got a hell of a tailwind. We were so early; it was hysterically cool.
So the longest flight nonstop lasts 18 hours and 50 minutes. Currently is a Singapore Airlines flight that goes from New York to Singapore Changi. Or Changi.
No, thank you.
18 hours and 50 minutes.
That's crazy.
God, that would suck. It definitely want a sleeper thing there.
That is I really hope they have autopilot or something. Because can you imagine somebody just didn't get enough sleep and they're flying that plane?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's it. Game over.
No, they have like hidden areas in the planes where the staff can actually sleep.
Oh, do they? I have no idea. I've never come on.
There's little sleep compartments and shit in different planes.
Wow.
When you're going long haul.
Yeah, when you're going long haul, you need that comfort. Believe me, if you're riding in coach, forget it. Just kill yourself.
The furthest I've ever been was to Vegas.
Vegas?
That is a destination I would love to go to.
Oh, but shit, I did a 6-hour. No, that was a 6-hour flight to go from Manchester to Vegas.
Yeah,
and we were packed like sardines.
Well, when
it was the worst plane trip ever.
Yep.
When I went, we stopped in Dallas.
See, the only thing
that's a direct flight from
Florida
Manchester
to Dallas, and then
Vegas.
from Dallas to Vegas.
See, and there's another example though. What we were talking about earlier, like you go to Vegas and you're in the touristy area where all the stuff is, But when you get outside of the Vegas lights, it's an entirely different world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the movie Casino. There's a whole bunch of desert with holes in it. For reals?
When I went from New Vegas to Old Vegas.
See, that's another spot to visit. That's another spot to visit.
Creepy.
We need to go
It was creepy.
We need to go visit Pawn Stars because they're in Vegas, and they're
what? It sucks.
The people.
It sucks.
Wait a second! Don't tell me it sucks.
You can't go in.
Yes, you can.
You can't go in.
Why not?
They keep the place fucking locked down. They don't let everybody in. There's a line, and if you go there at night, there's only a drop box with a thing. You can't even.
Okay, can we at least go see the aquarium guys?
Go in there.
Can we go see the funny? Can we go see the funny New Yorkers that make the aquariums? The fucking tanked people.
About,
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know that they have like a place for you to go to. Though.
They have to.
I mean,
they have a
warehouse
aquariums.
where they make it.
Yeah, we just go there. Hey, can we see the
where they make?
Can we see the fat New Yorkers that they're funny on TV, please?
They are pretty funny, though.
They're pretty funny. They're pretty nice. That's thing that we're going to do
They're always just like picking on each other.
We want to go to Iowa and visit the Field of Dreams and the Pickers, the American Pickers. God, who else do we want to go see?
Are they still around?
Oh yeah, they still do that. They're getting old.
I wasn't sure about that one.
When we see Chip and Joanna in Texas, the fixer upper people. I mean, I definitely know they can
there's
go.
So many fights. Seriously, have you watched some of this shit? People are fucking morons. Like, you want to go on a plane, you know what's required, and you're going to wait and fuck with everybody when you get into the air. Now you got to turn around and land, deplane everybody, because you're an asshole.
Oh, you should be thrown in jail, and you should be thrown in jail and put up on charges. There needs to be a charge.
Well,
for
they
that.
do. A lot of times they do get charged. Interference with a flight crew is a federal offense.
Good.
But
Lock you up for 20
crazy
years.
Is that they're talking about how they've got people on ban lists now. You can't fly ever.
Yep.
Why would you risk that? Like, why?
Because people are morons. They think, what are they going to do?
Why?
Yeah, and they think that they're better than everybody else, and they don't have to follow the rules.
You think it's going to be different for you? They're not going to turn around the plane, take you off, and ban you from flying? Like, somehow you're going to get away with it?
No. Why would they do that? Why would they go ahead and do
I
that?
showed them. That's my First Amendment right. No dick shit.
And it's
a fucking private plane.
And it's it's their amendment right to go ahead and just kick you the fuck off and leave you high and dry.
Yeah.
And
Welcome
lock you
to
up.
private business and capitalism. You get to not be here. Seriously.
Take care now. Bye-bye then.
Huh?
No, I'm just saying to the people that want to go ahead and cause a fit, take care now. Bye-bye then.
Seriously, right?
Yeah. All right. Listen, we're actually coming close to the end of the show. We're going to take a final break. We're going to hope and pray that in 6 minutes, Alyssa has some good news.
Well, I got some good news right now. Stefan's finally asleep.
That's not enough good news.
Good enough for me.
Well, we need some good news that other people can get to or get on board. Anyway, whatever.
Fuck you.
Yeah. No. Really?
Fuck you!
That was only like 5, so you're way behind.
I'm running behind.
You're way behind, so you better lash them out when we come back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Wrapping up the show with Alyssa's good news after a short break.
you ever needed to cry, but just couldn't produce the tears? Maybe you're a kid looking to get more attention and free stuff. Or maybe you need to go to a funeral for someone you really don't like. Introducing Onion Eye Drops. Because we believe the world could use just a little more tears. Disguised as regular, boring, run-of-the-mill eye drops, Onion Eye Drops is the premium moisturizer for the eyes of the absolute coldest of hearts. They're so effective that even Jason Statham swears by them a lot. Just squirt in a couple drops, and you'll be crying more than a grown man does while watching Terminator 2. Not made with real onions. Users who experience waterworks for more than 4 hours should consult a doctor. Eye drops may cause a stinging sensation, which may result in tears. Tears are not guaranteed. May result in the Zika virus. Find Onion Eye Drops next to the salty bandages at a store near you.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Search The Charles Richardson Show.
All right, we're back, and we're going to go right over to the good news. Let's go ahead and hit it. Is on the clock. Big Booze McGee, here we go.
Firefighters rescue a dog from the Miami Beach Bay. Miami, Florida. Authorities in Florida. That makes sense.
Authorities in Florida, Miami, Florida. Just in case there was another Miami.
Came to the rescue for a four-legged friend who fell into a bay. Tuesday, the Miami Beach Fire Department said that a woman was playing with her dog at the dog park when it got too close to the edge and fell into the water. Crews responded and used a roof ladder to get down into the bay and save the dog. 2 firefighters grabbed the dog and carried it back up onto dry land. The department said the dog was okay. That's it.
The dog was okay?
It was a very short story.
You on drugs?
I mean, I've got time. I might be able to do this other one, too.
Go ahead. What do you got? Got about 4 minutes.
It's one of those that you got to open another page.
Oh, God. No, forget. Just, don't even worry about it.
Fuck you!
Let Jenny get her fuck yous in, and then we'll call it a day. So, anyway. Well, besides the prank calls and, the little very awkward conversation we had in the beginning, I think it was a pretty good show. Pretty decent. Something that we can go ahead and say for the people that are listening in our new station, which we go ahead and, what is it anyway? Yeah, so they actually just went ahead and got it on today. So we are on Pulse Talk Radio. No, myradio.rocks. Myradio.rocks. That's our new station that we're on now. Pulse Talk Radio, we're starting on Monday. Now, myradio.rocks is Central Time, which means we start at 6 p.m. Not 7, 6. Central Time. The new station that will happen on Monday is in the UK, which makes 3 European stations. We have Tomorrow Radio, which is in Ireland. We have the UG.media, which is on recording in the UK, and Pulse Talk Radio. So we have now teamed up with 11 stations that are supporting us live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Give or take a station or two. So I just want to say thank you to all the affiliates that are out there. I know some of the shows, they're not the greatest, but we try to give our best every step of the way. That's another reason why it's like you don't want to see me do the show alone. That's no way. That's just that right there is just boring. That's what it would be if it was just me doing the show. It would be just a whole big bunch of boring. So that's why I have Jenny over there, who's I think she's petting her cat, and I'm talking about the real cat. Oh wait, she's muted. Why the hell is she still muted?
I don't know, because she didn't turn her sound back on.
So I've been sitting here talking to myself all this time.
I know. I was wondering why I was so quiet. Now I know why.
Fuck you.
There we go. So
fuck you.
He deserved that
and
one.
Fuck you.
I do. That's my fault. It really is.
Fuck you.
Yeah. You did it already. So Yeah, I apologize for like the last minute or two talking to yourself. But go ahead and plug away, Jenny. Plug away what you got.
Oh, one of those wonderful affiliates is IPMNation.com, so come check it out and all of our wonderful content. And you can find out more about me at gencoffee.com.
Do you notice now he's playing you off?
No, listen. I'd be going like this. If I was playing you off, I'd be going like this. I'd be going like this. Are we gonna... No.
What?
Don't forget to visit rawtalkonlineradio.com for all the great... My God. Is it Friday already? I'm not even drunk either.
Unfortunately, it is not.
No, that's coming soon. RawTalkOnlineRadio.com. The Morning Mayhem from 7:30 to 10 p.m. a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Then from 10 to 1, it's the Steve Jarrett Morning Show. Your mornings are covered no matter where you are in America. And then from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, it's Matt Connerton Unleashed, Monday through Friday. And us, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. And then tune over on the weekend, Sunday, it's Inside the Mothership with Alien Stone from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern as well. We're out of here. We got one more friggin' show of the week, and then that's it. It's Friday. We'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now I'm playing you out. Yeah! There we go! Play it out!
Fuck you!